Welcome to the first round of the second installment of the Alice Constructed Modern Qualifier Series, Invitational Qualifier Series. We've got Cameron Kent and Clayton Baxter on our feature match today. Looks like they've already started playing. Got Cameron on Grixis control and Clayton on some sort of Eldrazi processor variant. Some fast starts with Eldrazi Temple, a couple of sources of exiling things, and the processes which give you various bonuses for putting things your opponents control from exile back into their graveyards.
I believe, yeah, Cameron's on the play, and we see Clayton with a land because he played Gemstone Caverns, I believe.
Is that a temple? Did he push something? Why is that fatal
No,
push in the
it
graveyard?
got exiled for the Gemstone Caverns. It's not a Gemstone mine, it's the Caverns.
Oh,
so
the caverns.
yeah,
He
it's
starts
just-
with it in play, and he's got to exile a card from
Yeah.
his hand. Interesting. He's going very fast.
I think it's just because, like, traditionally this black-white Eldrazi deck, when it still had both Eye of Ugin and Eldrazi Temple, it got a very
Yeah,
fast
very
start,
fast
so you
starts.
still want
He's
to
trying
have
to
that
find
type
that
of thing.
again. What 3-drops does he have that he could actually play on turn 1 that are relevant? Nothing really. Wasteland Strangler doesn't
Yeah,
want to come down that early. Although a turn 2 Thought Knot is pretty backbreaking a lot of the time.
we are gonna see Collective Vitality to start. Only hits like Cryptic and Spell Snare, and I think he's just gonna take the Cryptic. I don't think the Spell Snare is doing anything against his deck. Yeah, and like this being upper land is gonna be really good for him this game.
I'm curious what's in Clayton's hand. Can't really see right now because he's got it face down, writing down whatever the things are. But he's seen.
Okay, so I believe we just saw Relic of Progenitus, Path to Exile. Cameron just land go.
Yeah. He's holding a Colligan's Command here, which
Oh,
I
that's
don't
gonna
think
be
is going
Thought
to be
Knots
very
here.
good. Yeah, that's the turn 2 Thought Knot. That's really good. Cameron was on the play, and he's still facing down a turn 2 Thought Knots here. And his opponent sees, once again, Colligan's Command. Is that a snare? Spell snare?
Yeah, the spell Snare didn't get
Ashiok.
taken. It was the Cryptic.
Main
So
deck engineered explosives.
I think main deck explosives is good at the moment though, because a lot of the time, a lot of decks they don't necessarily go wide, but they have a lot of threats to the same CMC. Especially like Death Shadow, you have a bunch of Death Shadows, bunch of Snapcasters or Tarmogoyfs. Those are just really easy to just kill all of them.
Cameron has no way to deal with that Thought Knots here.
Yeah,
That's pretty strong. A little frightening, actually. I'm curious what he's going to do. I mean, the Cryptic is gone. He's taken chunks of damage. Sorry, let's actually just update these life totals.
okay, so for me now,
He's taken 1 point at the moment.
I do believe Cameron's playing Fatal Push mainboard, so I would have actually preferred him to not sack this sack land, Blue to Delta to be exact, because the Delta can turn on Fatal Push. Now he's stuck with Steam Vents in hand, which isn't going to turn it on if he did top deck it.
Instead of fetching. And I mean, it's not like he's flooding yet, so he can
Yeah.
afford to not thin his deck and draw a land or two.
The other thing is, like, Fatal Push only has a certain amount of targets in this type of match. You can't hit Reality Smasher with it, so you'd rather not waste.
Look, he needs to deal with the Thought Knots here, though.
He does.
Because now he's taking 4, I believe. I don't see.
I mean, they could be.
Oh, it's not pretty for him though. Like I don't know what he drew, but Relic of Progenitus is really gonna fuel those processes. It's really just Blight Herder and Wasteland Strangler. But in this kind of deck, Blight Herder is a 5-mana 4/5 that brings 3 bodies with it, so it's 6 power and 7 toughness spread over 4 bodies for 5 mana is really good rate.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. Whew, Cameron again sacking
Ouch.
his land. I'm not.
Maybe
keen on it.
did he top deck a push? No, he drew another
No,
land.
he top decked the Scalding Tarn.
So I think he's just taken that, and then he's taken another point of damage from his fetch land.
So okay, so those new to modern, you don't want to really play yours. Like if you top deck a land, you want to play the Steam Vents in hand.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time you don't give your opponent more information than he needs to know.
Also,
because-
it's helpful because Fatal Push is in the format. And
Yeah.
it could he could represent push against that the Thought Nazi.
The
Although,
problem is his entire hand was known
yeah,
except
for the last card he drew, and he showed it to his
yeah.
opponent when he played the land. Also, I like that Thought Nazi. I don't think Clayton really cares at this point. He's just going to be attacking with it every turn. No reason to hold back.
Yeah.
Still just sitting on a Carligan's Command. I think that's a Dark Slick Shores, Spell Snare, and Engineered Explosives for Cameron. Clayton can just refuse to play anything. Continue to build whatever's in his hand and smack for 4 each turn. Looks like he's got a Smasher though.
Yeah.
That is 5 mana. Oh, it's a Sorin.
Okay.
Okay, sure. So he's using the normal mode on Eldrazi Temple,
Yeah, it's just
producing colorless. That's an interesting.
It's a really interesting
addition.
card for this deck, since his only deal token, as far as I can see, is Blighted.
Well, I mean, Sorin doesn't really care about tokens. It just it likes wide boards, and Blighter it does do that a little bit. He's not a terrible planeswalker by himself. Let's just have a look at what he does. So Sorin.
Well, okay, it's +1, because I think I know a bit of the abilities about. +1 gives all creatures you control +1/+0 until beginning of next turn. -2 create a 2/2 flying black vampire. Vampire knight actually. And -6 is Lily's ulti? Lily of the Veil, I think.
What, split half, and I don't think so. Doesn't he
I
give you
know
an
it's-
emblem that reanimates your opponent's creatures?
Could be that one. I mean, they are very similar. It could be the old one that I'm thinking of, that sacks permanence.
Okay, here we go. So it's... That is terrible. Can't see anything here. +1 until your next turn. Your creatures get +1/+1.
+1/+0 and
+1/+0 and lifelink. -2 puts a 2/2 vampire into play. And then... -6 is, I think, in every single upkeep, your opponent sacrifices a creature.
Yeah.
So
that is indeed deck.
it's an emblem. Yeah, it's fine.
And we need to update live turtles, I believe.
Cameron is dying here.
Clayton's on 25.
25 +1 sword and attack.
Actually, I think
He might have attacked twice.
I think he shocked with the Scottish Knight.
Okay,
so he's actually
sure.
on 23. Not that it really matters. And he's probably about to attack again with his Thought Nazi.
Cameron's entire graveyard is in exile. His Snapcaster mages are dead. They're basically just fancy blockers at this stage. $50 blockers.
55.
$55 ambush vipers with no death touch. Feels pretty bad. Yeah, and he's scooping up his cards because it doesn't look like there's anything for him to do here.
Okay, so
just have a look at their sideboards here. See if there's anything reasonable for either of them to do. Cameron's got Fatal Push.
does Clayton have a sideboard?
Let me just actually have a look at his original deck list. But I'm sure he does, unless he's just that confident.
He just
I don't
doesn't
see
have
a sideboard here. Does it look like he's sideboarding?
Well, he does appear to have a sideboard.
Okay, well, it doesn't look like he's submitted a 15. Perhaps it's just a problem with the information that we have. But I'll check between rounds. I'm certain he's got some more disruption. Okay, so it's Pithing Needles. He's got some Ratchet Bombs, Spell Skites, another Collective Brutality, and a Surgical Extraction, which it looks like he's putting in 1 or 2. That's a Day of Judgment as well. So he's got Board Wipes, Disruption, Removal, some Graveyard Hate.
Standard fare.
Yeah, it's just a reasonable spread of things. It looks like he's putting in a Surgical Extraction. I didn't see what else.
So Don, your thoughts on this deck versus Eldrazi Tron?
Look, the Eldrazi Tron deck is just going to be more consistent.
Sure.
But it's also the fact that you have that he's got the caverns. What is it, gemstone? The ones that you pitch a card. Gemstone caverns means that you've got less color to work with, whereas the Eldrazi Tron deck doesn't really care. The deck is filled with air, so if you can Pithing Needle the sphere or the star, or even play Stony Silence against Eldrazi Tron. They've got no way to draw through their deck. But
They could also just natural Tron you though.
yeah, but in the if that was the matchup, I definitely favor the Eldrazi Tron deck simply because the ceiling on the deck is a lot higher.
Sure.
Their bombs by far outclass even Blighter, which makes a wide board. There are no reality smashers in Clayton's main deck or sideboard, as
Well,
far as I can tell.
Yeah. I think Eldrazi really like the Smasher. Like, doesn't matter what version you're playing, as long as you're not
It's
playing
a
like
powerful
Big Tron.
creature. Yeah, it's a
It's just
5/5
like
trample with haste. There's nothing wrong
it
with
also
that.
requires 2 spells, or okay, 2 cards to like die.
Most of the time. Liana deals with it kind of neatly. Any targeted sacrifice effect, really.
Also, any Loxodon and Smiter effects. I remember doing that. That was
Oblivion
fine.
Ring also does the thing, although that's not really played. Detention Sphere might be something that we see played.
Yeah,
at
Supreme
some
Verdict
stage.
is also just
Yeah.
strong. Oh, getting back to these sideboards. On
Cameron
Cameron's
is
side,
definitely in trouble here.
not much. I mean, there's a Terminate to the Slaughter. I'd probably bring in Vindel and click in this match as well.
His sideboard is very spread out. One Angle of the Gods, one Collective Brutality, 2 Counter Scrolls, a Crumble, a Dispel, Fatal Push, Invasive Surgery. I think it's for the Turbo Turns deck, because that's a very good counterspell against them. But I don't see what else you'd bring that in against.
I don't think Cameron should have Ancestral Visions going into the second game.
Yeah, it's a bit
As good as
slow.
the card is, his
Yeah,
opponent
Clayton is
is
lightning
going.
fast.
Not only that, let's look at Blightherder and Wasteland Strangler and
Yeah, what does it do?
let them return my Ancestral Visions to my graveyard.
He's got a fair amount. Yeah, then he gets some real value of Wasteland Strangler then. If Cameron goes turn 1, suspend my visions, and Clayton started with a cheated in Gemstone Caverns, and he goes caves. Eldrazi Temple into Wasteland Strangler. He's just undone Cameron's first turn and put a 3/2 body down, which would totally be worth it actually.
Also, going back to my previous statement of Clayton not having tokens, he does in fact have Lingering Souls, so I'll take that back.
Full set? Yeah, he's played
Yeah,
4.
full set.
Looks like they're shuffling up and getting ready to present the decks to each other.
It feels like a black-white tokens deck that sort of just decided to mix
Has a high
itself with
ceiling. Hello.
Eldrazi,
Push the door.
and players are getting ready to start again. I'd like to see a game 3, but there's a non-zero chance that this is just going to be 2-0 to Clayton. Cameron's sideboard and deck aren't super equipped to deal with
Yeah, it
this
doesn't look like he's got any. It's very much a mid-range deck.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of ramp and then fat creatures that come out a little bit ahead of schedule. It's got a fair amount of disruption. Tide Hollow Scholar does seem like a good mid-range card. It applies pressure and it disrupts your opponent, slows them down a turn, gives you more time to play your bombs.
And here we see in turn 1 Ancestral Vision.
Oh, is it gonna happen?
I don't think it's gonna happen immediately.
Yeah, he's got 4 turns to
Yeah.
find a processor.
For me, I've actually been really unimpressed by Ancestral Vision at the moment. It seems just a turn too slow.
AV, yeah, sure. If you get it on your first turn, you're on the play, and you have the answers for your opponent's things, turns 2 through 4. Then you probably win because it's insane when it resolves. But you do have to work very hard to keep yourself alive.
The problem is, like, I've been watching so many modern games where my opponent's just, well, not necessarily my opponent only, but where the opponent is just like Ancestral Vision's turn 1, or like turn 3 or 4. Like turn 1, it's fine, but
It's
like
bad later. It's a
turn 3 or 4, turn
stinky
2,
top
or something
deck.
like that, like, or even double Ancestral Vision, and they just die before they actually get to use the Ancestral Visions. In a world of like Death Shadow and a lot of hand hate, it's not the best card.
It's a powerful effect, but yeah, it is quite slow.
I'd really like Cameron to not sack this Philip the Delta because it does just
Is he
tap for
holding
black.
a push? Like
No,
we
he's
should
not.
be looking at his hand here.
We did see his hand because of the Inquisition. And we're gonna see another hand spell.
Oh, Thoughtseize from Clayton, putting him down to 18.
And we see the Vendilion click get sided in. And
The Lily, yeah.
I think the Lily needs to go. Although it's kind of awkward bet. No, Cameron, don't sack now.
He needs another land. Oh,
But he doesn't. There's a
he's got a
on the field.
mountain in his. Yeah, that can produce black, and he can jam that Dark Slick Shores. He's got Vendilion Click up. Maybe he's just not aware of it. It is information you're not obligated to share with your opponent. We can berate him about it afterwards.
We can't. We're not allowed to berate them about it anymore. Interesting how Cameron, instead of ticking down the dice, puts a number on top of his deck and replaces them.
Oh, it's a nice way of remembering, I suppose. That's weird little tricks you'd have. Click him. Do it. Do it. Do it. Click him. Yes.
Draw step click. I mean, every time I've draw step clicked, or actually every time I've played Vendilion click, I've actually lost the game.
That's just you. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that click. Maybe it's the cursed click.
No, it's not that click.
It's old art one that's got
Yes,
the bad juju.
it's definitely the old one.
He just sees a grip full of lands here. Is that a blight herder? No, it's
No,
two
it's just
shambling
lands.
vents. Land. Put nothing at the bottom. Opponent does nothing. He's just Clayton kept 2 disruption spells and a relic of progenitus.
And lands.
That doesn't seem positive. He's shocking.
What do you? What? No.
Pop.
You don't play your
Exile,
land
draw a
first.
card, and he took the shock as well. That's a
You don't
godless
play your land
shrine.
first.
Not sure. He just drew a path to exile.
Yeah, but
Not
like,
certain what's going on here.
so let's look at this again. He plays his godless shrine, shocks himself.
Yeah, he
Sacks
could have
relic
drawn
of
something that
progenitus.
doesn't hurt himself.
He
with,
could have
like,
just tapped the Urborg because
Hmm.
every other land is going
Is
to tap
going
for
to be
black.
black.
And then if he draws into like not a
He just
spell,
took an extra 2 points of damage for very little reason.
and then gets hit for 3, so it goes down
Putting
to
him down to 13.
no, it goes down to 12. Was he shocked?
He's on
Oh,
18
Thoughtseize
from the
shock. No, yeah, yeah.
Thoughtseize shock, and then 3 from the. Yeah, I think that's right. He's on.
Okay, I think
13.
we're definitely seeing a game 3 because I do not think Cameron's going to lose after Resolve Ancestral.
Clayton
and-
maybe a little bit too confident there. He could have preserved his life total. He does have a path to exile to deal with the click, but that is
He
just
also
gonna
had basic planes in
buy
it.
him some time. He does have a way to recoup life with. I think he paths that now. Yeah, gives his opponent the
This
land.
might get counted though.
Well, Cameron's drawn a pile of cards and he's got counter squall. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, kind of
Oof,
cool. Take 2.
very
Like
painful.
3,
So
go
that's
to
5
8.
points of damage. And yeah, Clayton's not in a good space here. It could have been on 10, with very little change in tempo. He's drawn another part.
No, Lingering Souls.
Okay, he's got some blockers, relevant blockers. You know, they trade with the Vendilion Click. Where's that planes? Doesn't he have one?
I'm pretty sure I saw planes. Yeah, it's in the corner of his hand.
Surely planes, and then
Double
Souls,
Lingering
flashback Souls would have been good here. It lets him tax Cameron's mana because he can't. I mean, he could count it twice, but now he's giving Cameron a chance to untap before flashing back the Lingering
So
Souls.
okay, Cameron's going to kill a soul and recur Snapcast damage.
Oh, with the Qualcomm.
Yeah.
That's quite brutal. And then he's got Snap Colligan's command.
Yeah.
Next turn, but he untaps.
Ooh, doesn't do anything.
I think he's definitely got like solid tempo here. This is the time to capitalize on his opponent stumbling. Clayton is tapped out basically. He has very
Oh,
little to do. He
we're
really
going to
just
see
wants
an
to play
Ashiok.
Ashiok.
But he could have still Colligan's command recur the snap.
Actually,
Actually, he can't recur snap. He got exiled with the relic. That's my
okay,
bad.
fair enough.
So there was no real reason to use 2 modes. So didn't want to waste it, I believe. He may actually just like jump block a Lingering Soul token or attack. Okay, I think jump block's a bit safer. Jump block a Lingering Soul token or the Shambling Vent if it comes in an Ashiok, and then recur it with the Colligan's command. Just so he gets
Let's
another
just see what
click
happens.
activation.
can't really see what he's exiled.
I do see another relic of progenitors.
On top of that pile out there. So yeah, maybe no creatures. I think that's why they're all on the side there. He would have put the creatures underneath Ashok.
I do think Camden is in the driving seat for this match. If he does lose, it's going to
It
be
will be
rather
shocking.
disappointing.
He just needs to find a way. Yeah, so the vent is being woken up here. And we do know Clayton's hand.
I still think Clayton is tapping very, very wrong.
The deck is probably new. He doesn't have that much time, not that many games with it. Is that going at Cameron's face?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's
Surely-
hitting Ashok.
Surely you can't let Ashok plus 2 more times.
And he's gaining 2 life as well, though, so... Like, unfortunately, his opponent is playing a Colligan's Command deck, so...
Ashok's minus 10 empties your opponent's hand and graveyard completely. So once he's dealt with Clayton's board, which now it looks like quite a hard task, he's got very little to worry about.
So yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened with the second mode of the Colligan's Command.
Did Clayton perhaps not discard a card?
No, I think it went to Clayton's face.
Okay, so he
it's
went
back down to 8.
What? He rebought the
Vendilion Click
Vendilion Click and burned Clayton for 8. Oh, burned Clayton down to 8. Ashiok hits a Wasteland Strangler.
Times
2
2.
Wasteland Stranglers. Clayton has plenty of things in exile. Ashiok's got 7 mana to be making here.
4 mana. Languish.
That's a Languish. I think Clayton scoops up. There's nothing, he can't do anything about this.
Well, he's not scooping yet, but he doesn't play Reality Smasher, which is an issue.
Yeah. Ashok is gonna kill whatever he plays. Clayton can't present creatures right now. The best bet he's got is to wake up the Shambling Vent and try and just chew at that Ashiok.
And that's not happening. We are going to see
Just the Blight Herder.
Blight Herder. I mean, it's a fine way to get back into it.
Just takes 2 random cards, probably a land. And
Yeah, okay.
Why
Not
did he put the Snapcaster back in his graveyard? This guy's playing Colligan's Command. Oh dear! It should have been the land
and the Serum Visions.
the Serum Visions.
Or
the
Land
Lily.
Lily,
The Lily,
because you
the
can't
Lily
recur
doesn't
Lily.
get recurred.
But still,
Oh dear. It's a fair amount of power.
well, he still has the game 3 to get through, and I do believe Cameron's far ahead this game. So anything he does do is not going to make much of a difference.
Yeah, I think he just does he.
I think
Okay, so
like-
Cameron's casting, getting the Wasteland Strangler into play. He should be processing something.
So yeah,
Just like a random land would be good. Yeah.
I
The
don't
relics are
like.
still fine.
I think there's another Colligan's Command recurring a Snapcaster main phase.
Yeah, so he puts the relic back in his graveyard, shrinks the Blight Herder. Does he have a brutal collective brutality to -2/-2?
No, he has Colligan's Command in hand.
Finish
the
the
second
job.
one.
Okay, that's
And he's
fair
gonna
enough.
recur
And he's going to get
Snapcaster
back
Mage.
Snapcaster Mage. So we're going 2, and I'm going to get my Snapcaster Mage back. Thanks for putting it in my graveyard. Terrible choices.
Mistakes were made. Clayton should have regrets. Colligan's Command is not getting exiled. Why is it getting exiled?
I don't know. That was not good.
I'm in shock. I don't know if the viewers can tell. I just don't know why Colligan's Command is in exile at the moment. Yeah, you can have that.
Problems.
I actually would have possibly taken.
I'm pretty sure
Brilliant.
he's going to correct it the moment he casts that Snapcaster Mage. He'll realize he put it in the wrong place.
Well, it doesn't matter now because
yeah,
the relic's
relic.
exiling.
Sure,
Relic.
that's fair, fine.
Was it a preemptive exile? I really don't think so. But
Wow. Another Lingering Souls. Okay, Cameron's got a wall of things to get through here. If there's a Vault to the Archangel somewhere,
I don't think the vault matters too much because Camden's guys are gonna die anyway.
multiple blockers,
Yeah.
fair. Clayton's also got way too much mana at his disposal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana of it. He could just hardcast Ulamog at this stage.
You see, I don't think Camlin should have even clicked Clayton in his doorstep. Although I'm not exactly a professional at playing Vendilion Click.
I have no idea what's happening. He plus top 3 gets Sculler and Herder. Okay, he might not be out of this just yet.
I mean, that Blight Herder is going to be really
He
scary.
needs to keep Ashiok on. No, Ashiok was on 6 there. Thank you. Yeah, that's good. Ashiok's going to take more than 1 point of damage here though, which is
What is Camlin's hand? I believe if it's just one card, it's only Snapcaster Mage.
there's nothing in the bin for Snapcaster
Yeah.
Mage to get to here. Oh dear, just put it down. No, what are you doing? You could have just cast. Oh dear.
I do believe Camlin deserves to lose this match.
Oh god. Why? No. Oh gosh. You could have just got. Oh, okay. I didn't. Let's not be too judgmental. I just honestly
Okay, I don't
see-
understand this attack.
He's just going in with everything.
I don't
really.
understand this attack. The Scions, and it's not a free attack. And why is he not attacking with the Shambling Band?
He's sending a couple at Ashiok and the rest at Cameron.
He just blocks the Scion. Takes 3.
What a strange series of events.
Why that snap is ever getting exiled but thought not see, I will never know.
I'm so curious. Yeah, both of us are struggling to find words. That was a very strange thing. And he did it so quickly as well. He was just like, yeah, I got the Snapcaster Mage, put it in exile.
I don't understand. I really do believe his Vendilion Click was far too hasty at that point. Because he's so far ahead.
Not anymore.
Well, not anymore. At that point,
Okay,
he was so far ahead.
finds a way into his deck. I don't know what he drew. Just carefully fiddling with the top 2 cards of his library.
Okay, while you're scouting what you drew, I'm gonna see if there's any way you can get out of this.
Another board wipe would be pretty strong.
He only
Languish
plays
is,
one, though.
Languish is great. Languish is exceptional here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do.
So he could just like get rid of his own Ashiok and then bring back a Wasteland Strangler.
He's only playing a single Languish.
Yeah.
Engineered explosives would also be very strong at the moment.
He possibly took those out after game 1 though.
Not smart.
And now we're gonna see Ashiok biting the dust to get rid of this Thought-Knots here.
Puts the Strangler back in the bin.
Processes Mind Stone, getting rid of Thought-Knots here.
Where did that point of damage come from?
Clayton blocked.
Oh, fair enough.
And he did go down to 5, so going down to 5.
Not great. He just can't attack with too many souls. He's got to keep like 1 or 2 back.
I'm hoping Camden didn't side out his lightning bolts. Now we're gonna see a Wasteland Strangler
eating the Vendilion Click.
Nah, it's gonna eat the Strangler.
Oh, he's got a Cryptic Command. That's probably what he drew off the Serum Visions. That's very, very good here. Is he going counter draw?
No, I think you should counter tap and then kill him, which is exactly what's
Oh,
happening.
yeah, he's picked up everything. Yeah, that was close.
Mistakes were made, to say the least. Quite frankly, I don't even think Camden deserved to win that. I don't think either player played particularly well that game.
Sort of fumbled their way through it, but we do have sort of close to perfect information.
Okay, like looking at these deck lists isn't really helping much because we don't have access to Clayton's sideboard. So we may as well look at his actual sideboarding.
I don't think he's putting anything in. He's leaving it on the play on the draw.
It looks like both players are leaving it exactly.
They're probably just really embarrassed
after that game.
They realized
I would be too.
So many things happened and we're being watched. The pressure of the tiny little grey screen.
I do think you have to sideboard differently on the play and on the draw in modern.
Especially Cameron's deck.
Yeah.
That's the kind of deck you've got reactive and proactive plans in.
I think Cameron may be missing a few cards from this deck. No Damnation, unfortunately. That's probably why the Languish is the main board.
Well, the Languish doesn't kill Tasiga or the Gurmag Angler, so he can sweep with bodies down. He doesn't need to keep them back.
Alternatively, the Languish doesn't kill Death Shadow, Tarmogoyf, Flighter, Reality Smasher.
Fair enough. But
all the big Eldrazi guys.
He's got ways to deal with him. Not really.
Not
no,
really.
he can't kill Smasher. It's not great.
So
he's got a Terminate, a singular copy.
I'm sure he sided the second one in. Or I'd hope he sided the second one in.
I think that would be good.
I'm also going to assume he took out Lightning Bolt.
To the slot is
because he left in Ancestral Vision.
A thing, but there's no Reality Smashers on the other side of the
Yeah.
table, so I wouldn't have put that in. If I did put it in game 2, I'd take it out now.
His Planeswalker selection is also pretty interesting. One Asher, one Lily of the Last Hope.
She recurs Snapcaster Mages.
She does.
It's like a half a Colligan's command every second turn.
And I suppose Grixis is all about grinding the game out until you eventually win with your superior card advantage.
She's not terrible against the tokens that Blighterder and Lingering Souls produce.
Yes.
So she does have a use both going up and coming down. And her ulti wins games, if anybody lets her get there.
Clayton on
keeping
the play.
a couple of lands and Thoughtseize. Cameron shows him fetch land. Is it a counter squall?
Looks like a Terminate actually.
Fetch land, terminate, double Snapcaster Mage.
Oh, and there's a counter squall
Serum
behind the
Visions.
Snapcaster Mage. One land though, so
And a Collected
you
Brutality.
should just take.
No, it's to the
that.
slot. He's still got it in.
He's got to the
I
slot to
would've
counter
taken it
squall,
out.
Snapcaster Mage.
That's a greedy
Terminate.
keep.
He should really get.
What? Snap's gone. He should take that Serum Visions and
His
just
opponent
punish
has one
him.
land.
Punish him. But he's taking the Snapcaster Mage. Well, it is more carded if he takes
No, well,
something
okay.
that the Snapcaster Mage
So
can
9
target.
times out of 10, I'd say take
I
the
take the Serum.
Snapcaster Mage.
But now you take the
okay.
Serum Visions because your opponent is
Just as a general rule when playing,
you take
when
the Snap, of course.
But the thing is, your opponent has 2 Snapcaster Mages, and your opponent
And
is a
one
one land.
thing that he can cast with a single land. So Clayton's on 18.
If his opponent top takes a land, it's like, okay, fine.
Well, he's got a chance to draw a land now because that.
Well, he
Serum
just top
Visions.
takes the land anyway. It just happened to be the same land, so Clayton won't know he top take the land.
Shock.
So yeah,
Fair.
going
So
down
he
to
goes
17.
to 17. Hastily casting that Serum Visions, and I think Clayton is maybe considering that he should have taken the Serum Visions now.
Well, I think it's like actually good that Cameron hastily cast the Serum Visions because it makes Clayton think, oh, he didn't hit a land drop.
Yeah, not sitting in the tank for too long here is quite valuable. Just he's tight on lands. He is tight on lands,
Not anymore. I do believe he top take another land.
and he sees land Snapcaster Mage. Yeah,
Having 3 snaps is
He's got his 4th
Not terrible.
land sitting underneath that Snappy.
And now we're gonna see Inquisition of Kozilek. If not, okay, sure.
Okay, what did you get? Oh, where did those 2 lands come from? Take the Snap.
Well, now you take the
Yes.
snap. Unfortunately, Cameron's going to be top taking another snap.
I wonder if Cameron took out the Pulse. Yeah,
I'm almost certain he did because I didn't see a single one game too.
Relic's not great. There goes the yard.
No, he's just
Oh, sure, he was tapped
One
out
card,
there.
land to go.
Did Cameron even draw for that turn?
He did.
Yeah, there's a
Snapcaster
Snapcaster
Mage.
Mage in his hand, sure. Now he's got Counter Squall up. I don't know if he wants to put anything else in the graveyard before Clayton pops that Relic. He's still got 1 mana up for it. I wouldn't be doing that. That's Colligan's command target. Thoughtseize you.
And that's
Is
definitely
that a
getting
counter
counter
squall
squalled.
target?
It's definitely getting counter squalled because it's gonna eat the Snapcaster anyway, and he's already lost 2 Snapcasters, and he only plays 3, possibly 4.
Fair enough. Maybe Clayton spends the 1 mana to exile both graveyards here. Cameron taking another 3 points of damage.
I think he's being a bit too aggressive with
Yeah,
his
he could
damage.
be fetching a basic there. How many basics does he have?
It should be at least 3, 1 of each, at least. It's generally 4, like 2 islands.
2 islands, 1 mountain,
And a
1
swamp,
swamp.
yeah.
Yeah, you could be fetching basics here.
I mean, he just... Sure. So, no, he doesn't take the 2 from the Thoughtseize, it doesn't resolve.
Yeah, but Clayton is taking 3 damage here from the counter score, 2 damage.
2 damage from the counter score, yes, but I think the players are just like... I'm hoping they're not assuming that the Thoughtseize damage still happens.
No, I don't think so. They just updated for the counter score.
Sure.
Cameron playing his 3rd land and passing the turn, I think.
And he actually top deck Carligan's Command, I think.
Very good here.
He's just gonna recur Snapcaster Mage.
No, he wants to wait for
Okay,
the
so
Relic
if Clayton...
of Progenitus activation.
Yeah, if Clayton...
And he can't
was
wait.
smart.
He can't allow it to tap because the second ability doesn't need you to tap. It's just pay 1 mana, sacrifice Relic of Progenitus. Clayton's gonna do it now, I think. Yep,
Oh,
there
that's
it is.
a mistake.
In
Mistake.
response,
Mistake. The annoyances of playing Grixis control.
oh dear! Put the relic in the graveyard. It's a cost.
Yeah, you have to sacrifice
Oh no,
it.
sorry, it's exile Relic of Progenitus.
No, isn't it sacrifice it, exile your graveyard?
Does the relic end up in the
The
bin?
regular gets to the bin and then it gets exiled.
Let's just
as far
have
as
a
I know.
look quickly. No, it's exile.
Oh, it exiles it. So the relic gets exiled first. As a cost.
Colligan's Command. Snapcaster Mage, back to my hand.
Make you
and
discard a card. It should just be
maybe it's
making...
pressure. Maybe it's 2 damage to your face. That's what it is.
Okay. I do think it should have
No,
been...
he's discarding the
it's
path to exile. It's a
Ghost
Eldrazi
Quarter?
Temple, Ghost Quarter.
I believe it's a Ghost Quarter.
Sure.
And then
And
everything
the
is
relic
exiled.
is in exile. Snapcaster Mage back in his hand. And he draws a card for the relic. Cameron got a good deal there.
Yeah.
That was
I think
very
he
slick.
was tempted to sack the Bloodstained Maya, but then he decided against it because Clayton could exile graveyards in response. And I do think Clayton played into that by exiling graveyards while his opponent had potentially 3 mana.
Your turn. No relic.
And I think Camden just stopped the Cryptic Command.
Does he have a land for it?
No, it's a Thought Scour.
It's a terminate. Oh, so it was a terminate in the Snapcaster Mage. That gold bordered card looked like a land to me when he cast the Serum Visions on
Sure.
turn 1.
So does he have double Terminate in hand then? Because he had Terminate in his opening hand. That gold bordered card was actually Cardigan's Command on. Because the Terminate was in hand from get-go.
Sure. He did not take out the lightning bolts. Tasig is in the bin now. And he's found his 4th land for Cryptic Command, but he doesn't have...
Yeah,
He's got
it was a
Polluted
Thought Scour.
Delta, Steam Vents, and a fetch land. So he could possibly fetch Shock into triple blue. But he's doing something now instead of at the end of his opponent's turn. I think if you can hold up Cryptic Command, you let your opponent go. He's not fetching his 3rd blue source here, making the Cryptic Command dead for at least another turn.
I'm not quite sure what's happening at this point. So Camden's going down to 30.
You should really be playing more things at instant speed.
He should not be doing anything at this point.
Yeah, don't.
I do believe he
stuff
has
in your own
another
turn. He did
Tasigur.
draw a Tasigur.
No, I think it's a Gurmag Angler possibly.
I wouldn't tap that much mana. Not at this stage. I'd feed the graveyard a little bit more. Clayton's.
Yeah,
It's a Tasigur.
it's
Oh no, it's a
no,
fish. It's
yeah,
a
it's
zombie
Gurmag
fish.
Angler. I don't know what he's doing at this point. This is going to require his entire
Why you
graveyard.
take Bolt? Is he holding another Colligan's
It's gonna get
Command?
pathed.
Blue source. Fetch your island.
I think that was a bit too aggressive.
There it is.
Just head out shouting. There's 9 minutes left of the match.
One of these players needs to find some sort of pressure to put on.
I would
boards.
have liked Cameron to be playing in his opponent's turn, not in his own.
Keeping up that Bloodstained Mire, possibly fetching a blue source. I would have shocked if it given me enough of an advantage there, just because Cryptic Command is such a powerful
we're
spell.
gonna
And now
see
he
Tidal
loses it
Escala.
because it doesn't have a Cryptic Command.
No, he has a
Terminate and
to the slaughter.
to the slaughter, which he doesn't care about. Probably just take the Terminate here, just to protect the Tidal Escala.
Well, it's gonna die anyway. Goes to the slaughter.
I thought he had a Cryptic in his hand. How did I get that idea?
That was my fault. It was actually a third scout.
Oh, okay, sure.
I did say that after his third.
It's fine. Oh, makes me
The
feel a bit
issue
bad
for me
about
now
being
is,
judgmental.
well, he should have at least left the bolt in his graveyard,
Yeah,
and he still shouldn't have
that
cast that
Tassig's not
Gurmag
coming
Angler.
back. I mean, he's got how many Colligan's commands is
He only has
playing here?
2.
And he's used one already,
Yes.
and it's in exile, so
Yeah.
he can't snap it back. I feel like he's valuing the repeatable damage of creatures above just being able to react to your opponent. And he doesn't have a firm grip on this game. Just
Lingering
yet.
Souls in response, you really need to
Please.
kill that Tidal Escala.
Please, there we go. To the slaughter, gets back his Terminate.
The issue now is, though, Lingering Souls is really good against his deck.
And he's used his one copy of Lang. No, that was the previous
That was
game.
previous game. I do believe Clayton had to flash back. He's
Yeah,
aware.
what is Clayton holding up?
I have
Is he
no
pretending
idea.
to have with that 2 mana?
I have zero idea. There
Zealous-
isn't a white
Zealous
mana up.
Persecution.
No, but there isn't a white mana
Oh, it's
up.
black and colorless. He's got no instant speed. What does he have? No white. Fatal Push. That's it. He could be representing Fatal Push.
He's just gonna get Tassigit though. No, Cameron, stop! Stop exiling your graveyard. You don't need to do this.
Just everything gone. Just killing Snapcaster Mage is fun here.
It hurts.
No joy for you,
It hurts.
Senior Chan.
It pains me to watch this. If you're exiling your entire graveyard, it's like the reason I dislike Gurmag Angler in Grixis Control is because you're not a baseline aggressive deck. You're actually trying to get as much value as possible. That eats cards in your graveyard, which is part of where you're getting as much value as possible comes from.
That Grixis is very far from baseline aggro. It's a one of Angler.
It's
I think he's
not
just
a one.
interested
It's not supposed to be there.
in the body. He wants another creature, and he can't play another copy of a legendary guy. So he's just looking for
You can play another click.
pressure. Yeah, click would be good. Maybe it's just an issue of card availability.
Probably.
You couldn't find the second click. in
He's
time.
taking 2 here. Like this Lingering Souls is actually going to clock Cameron before the Tastic is going to clock
Yeah, his life
Clayton.
total isn't that good right now. Clayton can soak up four attacks here.
Ashiar.
Shock is underwhelming at this stage. Top 2 sees Godless Shrine, another land, and a Strangler.
He actually helped Clayton though, because that's 2 lands he would have been top decking. Path to exile with Tasiga.
Snapcaster Mage does nothing because you ate all its food.
I do think Clayton should have done that while Cameron was like not
when he
drawing a
cast
new
the- when he
card.
cast the-
It was just lucky
yeah.
that Cameron drew Ashiar.
Did he have the path to exile in hand the turn
Yes.
Cameron cast the Tasiga?
No. I think
Okay,
he top decked it in
he
his
drew it,
turn.
but he should have done it then.
Yes,
at that point.
immediately. Because Cameron could have easily top decked the counts as well. And like Clayton exiling graveyard to
Pops
draw
the relic.
cards. Doesn't need to. Hopefully this is not going in Ashiok.
Yeah, Cameron's he's on a 3-turn clock here. Terminate On a creature token, Cameron's life total is looking like it's in trouble though. It puts him down to 8. And it gives him some value off the Snapcaster Mage.
But the Snapcaster Mage has been denied so much value this game.
Oh, no. Please flash it back. There we go. Gets another 2. And now he just swings. He doesn't need to block anymore. Cameron can't find enough lightning bolts to pull him out of this.
Well, it would help if Cameron kept Lightning Bolt in his graveyard.
Turning his creatures sideways and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He attacks with 3 and then everything.
Strangler kills a soul.
One of the untapped ones.
It doesn't matter which one at this point.
And then he's got Snap Terminate.
The only pull for Grixis for me is Snap Bolt. Or Bolt Snap Bolt. Really. That's like the only reason I would play a blue burst deck with red in it at the moment. Oh, this is so depressing. And he's just gonna flash in the Snapcaster this time.
Working at a fan
and you will see a crumble to dust.
Why? For what reason?
I have no idea.
Is that what he sees of the Inquisition?
Yes.
He can't take it. Okay, sure.
What does Crumble do?
No, I mean, it takes out the Eldrazi Temple, but it's only on turn 4 that you have it.
No, the other thing is, like, that's good against Tron decks, mana decks. This isn't exactly a mana deck. It's a really mid-range deck.
Taking 5 here.
Putting him down to
3. And I don't think he's got a way out of this. Yeah. Oh, Cryptic Command does all the things.
And he swings for 7, putting...
Plus the Ashiok. Come on, don't forget. Oh, up. Yeah, there we go. Top 3 cards. Seas, Relic, Temple, and
Lingering Souls
in exile. That's a reasonable hit. And he's got a Cryptic Command.
It's unfortunate though, because Clayton really should attack first, but he's not going to.
What is he casting here?
Thought-Knot's here.
Is he going to go counter tap?
Yeah, this is going to be painful.
Counter tap.
Counter tap.
He could even... Yeah, he needs to tap everything down. Counter tap. Swing. Hope to draw a bolt. That's his out.
This is all coming down to Cameron not leaving Bolt in his graveyard.
He's a point of damage short.
And he top takes another Cryptic Command.
1 point of damage short, but
he top takes another
Cryptic
Command
does everything here. He could reasonably attack with everything and hold up bounce tap team or counter tap again. I might even put the Snapcaster Mage back in my hand just so that I have
insurance against
whatever he could possibly
random do. Fog, who knows.
Does he have 4 blue sources? 1, 2, 3.
He has more than 4.
No, he's got 3.
Yeah, oh, you mean to do both?
That's Clayton's done. Very, very lucky. Top taking 2 Cryptic Commands in a row for the win.
I still think the game could have been a lot easier.
Yeah, they could have played a bit tighter, but it was fun to watch. The power of Cryptic Command. I honestly didn't think there was anything like, but that magical blue spell. And that's 2-1 to Cameron Kent for the first round. We'll see you guys a bit later.
Yeah.